Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. I want to tell you guys regarding my 3x3090 rig here that I made specifically for Vast.ai. You guys probably saw the live streams of when I built this thing, and I wanted to make this video telling you guys that I never installed Vast.ai on this rig. It was actually just sitting, and you guys know maybe about 2 months ago is when I made this rig, and I went on a month-long trip, and yeah, so I never got it on. So just to be honest, I was really procrastinating on trying to install Vast.ai on here. I did get Ubuntu installed, but then I think I ran into a roadblock that night, and I was like, I gave up. But I did have all the resources, all the help I was able to get from, let's say, the Mining King, or maybe Max Voltage, or maybe anyone else out there that has gotten Vast.ai to work just perfectly. I had the resources to get this thing going, but I just deep down, I don't know why, I didn't want to get this up onto Vast.ai. So what am I doing with it now? Well, it's GPU mining instead. Okay, you guys can see my power consumption right now is about 520 watts right now. And I am just mining Karlsen at this point in time. I'm just trying out Karlsen here, as I do want to test out a couple different hash rates, like overclocks regarding on, hashrate.no. And the reason for that is because I just wanted to see the difference between, sometimes they have, their general overclocking numbers for like high overclock or, medium overclock. And with these numbers here, I want to see, what the power consumption is, what the efficiency is. So I'm just going to test like a couple things in this video, and also explain that, eventually I'm going to test out a few other platforms per se, not Vast.ai, but maybe the new Flux proof of use of work, the Flux Core software, which this machine that I built here, it's a Threadripper 1900X CPU. It's got 64 gigs of RAM. I may not have enough RAM. The difference is here is that all of the GPUs, okay, the 3090s that I have here, all have ribbon cables. So I'm not using the X1 adapters. In terms of the bandwidth of PCIe lanes, I am supposedly distributing X16 to the GPU. So if there's enough interest, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to install that Flux Core software on here, and we can try doing the benchmark, or I think it's the their leaderboard, where I want to get on here. Maybe. I don't think I will get on here because a lot of people that are on the top of this list right now are like 4090s. So I don't know if having multi GPUs is going to affect the score or not, but that's something where, we can try this out. You guys let me know down below. If there's enough interest, then I will do a video or a live stream of setting this up on the new Flux Core. Okay, so let's go through what my 3090s are just mining right now, what overclocks they're using right now. Okay, so my Asus Strix cards, they're hashing at about 1.642 gigahash. Okay, and the overclocks that I'm using, I am using LOL miner. Okay. Right there, you guys can see the latest version, and here are the overclocks I'm currently using right now. Okay, so 300 core offset, core clock 1470, mem clock 810, and power limit 300. So the power consumption for this whole rig is 520 watts. Okay, utilizing a 1500 watt HP server PSU with a parallel miner breakout board, Z or ZXX amp edition board with all veteran miner PCIe power cables. Go visit theveteranminer.com, guys. And actually, just a quick shill for myself. If you guys want to visit RedPandaMining.com, I do have a affiliated and discount codes list on my RedPandaMining.com website. All the trusted hardware stores, even my trusted software, and also my trusted ASIC hosting providers. All the trusted links are there. I do get commission if anyone purchases anything from those links, which helps me out, helps out the channel, and also helps out with me doing giveaways giveaways and such, as you guys know. So if you guys are looking for ASICs or GPU hardware or anything like that, check out RedPandaMining.com. I'll have a link down below. Okay, so this overclock that I'm using here, I got off of hashrate.no, their medium overclock. Okay, this one here, 300, 1470, 810, and 300. So now what I want to try is their high overclock number, and then after this I want to try like some other numbers. We're just going to put in some random ones and we'll just see what the hash rate and efficiency is. So we're going to try 250, 1680, and then 810, that stays the same, and 300 PL, that stays the same. So we're going to change two numbers here, 250 and 1680 for the core clock. So let's do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to change this to 250. And we're going to change this number to 1680. So we're going to see what changing these numbers do. It's obviously going to raise the power, I'm guessing. So I'm going to hit apply changes. I'm going to hit update and apply to all the flight sheets, which I only have that one flight sheet for this 3090 rig. And it's probably going to switch now. So we're going to see what the hash rate is here. All right, it's probably going to change on the fly. Okay, just took a couple minutes here. Now that it's loaded, it's hashing at about 1.877876 gigahash per 3090 now. But we are utilizing a bit more power. So at the wall for the whole rig, we are now at 608, 610 watts. Yeah, it's fluctuating a bit, but okay. So I wanted to now compare that to the other overclock that we just did. So I do have this in an Excel sheet here just to compare the watt per hash and hash per watt as well. Okay, so looking at the first overclock that we did get less, hash rate, but we were using about a good 80, 90 watts less, right? So that means the efficiency here, watt per hash, which lower means better, less wattage per hash. So we were getting 0.105, all right? And then the hash per watt, the other way, all right, is going to be 9.47 hash per watt. Higher is better, so more hashes you get per watt. And so now if we go to the other 3090 setup, that overclock that we did, we're getting 5.6 hash for the whole rig. Okay, I verify with you guys right here. Okay, 5.629. And it is utilizing around 610 watts. So the watt per hash there is a little bit higher, 0.108, and then the hash per watt is 9.22. So a little bit less than obviously the other one, which is obviously more efficient because we did the medium overclock, okay, versus the high overclock, just to show the difference there. Okay, a few more here I want to do. Let's go ahead and turn this thing into stock. I want to see what the numbers are going to be on this rig mining Karlsen stock, just for the heck of it. And this is probably going to max out the 1500 watt power supply. I'm not looking forward to it, but we will come right back and see what the hash rate is. Okay, we are using 13 watts, averaging around there by the looks of it. That is, wow, that's nearing up the 1500 watts, or pretty much, I think, 80% rule of this power supply for 3 RTX 3090s. That's not good. But showing you guys the hash rate here, okay, of the GPUs now stock. All right, each GPU is using, I think, between 380 and 390 watts, which is insane. And Karlsen mining, we're at 2.078 gigahash per 3090, okay? But total, the whole rig is 6.169, okay? So if we did the math here, just watt per hash, all that stuff, the efficiency, watt per hash is going to be 0.211. So that's not good, obviously. It's like 2 times worse the efficiency from the other ones that we just tested. And the hash per watt is a lot lower here, 4.7 hash per watt. All right, so that is extremely inefficient to run these at stock. I guess that's a really good comparison to see, especially for anyone that, you know, maybe doesn't want to overclock their GPUs or something. I don't know if anyone that does not want to do that, but you know, you want to do this because you just don't want to run that much power because you're not getting the most out of your dollar, depending what your electrical cost is. If it's free, then sure, maybe you don't care, but maybe you should care about the, I don't know, lifespan of the GPU. If it is running at that, you know, these types of wattages, and the temperatures are obviously going to go up as well. And I hear all the fans going up higher. I can hear the power supply ramping up. This thing's getting really hot. And yeah, the GPUs are probably getting hot themselves, as you can see here. Oh yeah, it's creeping up. It's creeping up. The fans are running almost at 100%. So yeah, not good. Not good to run it at stock, obviously. Okay, let's do one more overclock. I want to do a custom one here. I want to try, I don't know, 300, and then I want to see if I can just change the core clock to, I don't know, 1450. I want to see if that does any difference here. Be right back. Oh crap, I just realized I was changing the flight sheet also for another 3090 rig that I have. And look at this. Oh my god, it's in an Octominer and each GPU is taking over 400 watts. Not cool. Really, not cool. This thing is like burning up and using almost 3,000 watts. Okay, I just changed the flight sheet, so this rig should be okay now. Let's see. Yeah, okay. This is my other 3090 rig. So my other 3090 rig here. Okay, let's refresh this. This should be evened out now. Okay, so we're at 6.25 gigahash. Okay, that's a 4.875 for the whole rig. Power consumption at the wall, we are at 514. So I think that's a little bit less. No, it looks like it jumped up to 520. I'm gonna say, yeah, 514 watts. So let me put that in the sheet. Okay, so we changed just the core clock down to 1450, and we are getting these numbers here. Okay, we just talked about that, and now the watt per hash looks like is a little bit better than the hashrate.no one, like by a little bit. We're talking just fraction, like very small. And the hash per watt is a little bit better, higher on the overclock that we changed ourselves, 1450. Okay, so hey, that's not bad. I wonder if we can go any lower on the core clock and get even more efficiency. So let me try, I don't know, let me try 1400. Let's see what happens. Okay, we tried 1400 core clock and we're getting 4.724 gigahash, and the wattage at the wall is 507. Okay, so it looks like it's dropped down, you know, a good 10 watts or so, and it is now, in terms of the watt per hash, it is not better than the other two settings that we tried. Okay, 1450 and 1470, and the hash per watt looks like is a little bit lower as well. So not as efficient as the other settings that we tried here, but it's good to know, because I wonder if, you know, we go down more, like 1380, it's going to get less and less efficient. So there's like a sweet spot regarding these 3090s here. I wonder if it's between, you know, 1430 and 1470 or something. Now, I want to try one more test here. I want to go back to, let's say, 1450, and the number we're going to change here is the core offset. I'm going to try 320, okay, on this one. Be right back. Okay, 320 and then 1450. So, looks like we stayed with the same hash rate. Confirm with you guys right here, 4.875. Okay, and going back to here, wattage at the wall about 520, around there. So it's gone up a little bit more power, because we did go up a little bit more on the core offset, I think. I think that's what the difference is here. But the watt per hash is 0.106 and the hash per watt is 9.3. So not as good as the 300 and 1450 overclock that we have here. Okay, so I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to do in this video, just to really compare, you know, the general overclocks on hashrate.no. And, you know, I guess in a sense where you guys can play around with the numbers and increments of like 5 or 10 to really, you know, fine tune and, you know, figure out which, you know, watt per hash is better and the most efficient numbers that you can achieve on your rig. Because, you know, in a sense, efficiency is really king, especially if you have higher electrical costs. Then this is gonna matter. And personally, am I a good overclocker? No, I'm just letting you guys know I'm not like a expert at this stuff, but this is something where you guys can play around with, and it's something that you can really see and open your eyes to. Hey, I can eke out a little bit more efficiency on these GPUs, not just 3090s that I just showed here, but the example I just showed could go along with any other NVIDIA card that you guys see on What to Mine or hashrate.io, and AMD cards. I'm not even gonna get into that one. That one's even more complicated to fine-tune. And yeah, but anyways, that's all I want to do in this video, guys. Let me know what you think of my little test here and what you think of my 3090 rig. And if you want me to do the flux proof of use of work flex core test later on, let me know down below. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.